Hi, it's Monica from the Arkansas River Valley Regional Library in Dardanelle, and I'm glad that you can join me today for a paint party. Today what we're going to do is make these super cute, super colorful, really easy to do birds. So we're going to paint this today with acrylic paint. You will need just 3 colors. I used yellow, red, and blue, plus white and black for the background. Alright, let's fly into it. Okay, to get started, we're going to take our white acrylic paint and spread it all over our canvas. We're doing the white on the canvas to make the canvas wet, and it's easier to blend the black into it. I'm adding the white paint to our canvas with a flat brush. Next, what we're going to use is a small, fine, round brush dipped into black, and we're going to spread that randomly throughout the background. Then you'll dip your flat brush back into the white and feather that all through your background. And you're going to repeat this process until you get the background just how you like it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Once you're happy with the way the background looks, you can start adding the grass at the bottom. And to add the grass at the bottom, what you're going to do is just dip your small round brush into the black and pull it up about ½ an inch, maybe an inch, but not too far. You're just going to feather it up. If feathering is hard to do pulling the brush up, turn your canvas around so that you can pull the brush in a downward stroke. Once you get that first couple layers of grass on there, turn your canvas back around and we'll get started on the birds. To do your birds, you're going to use your larger round brush and you're going to dip it in any color that you like. I wanted to start with the red. And I start with a kind of small bird. I'm not exactly sure how many I want to put on my canvas just yet or how large I need to make them. So we start out a little bit small until we can get a good idea of how much canvas we can fill. And also something I'd like to point out is make sure that your background is dry before you start painting your birds, or else that white grayish background will bleed into your bird color. So once you get your first bird on your canvas, we'll want to add some highlights and shadows just like before to make him seem more round and fluffed up. So to add the shadow, you just dip your fine small round brush into the black, and we're going to start at the bottom area of the bird, and we're going to blend it together using very small round strokes. And we're just kind of circle it in there, circle, circle, circle. And we'll do that same technique up at the very top of the bird with the white to add highlights. And doing the light color and the dark color will make them seem more round. And if you feel like maybe you made it too light on top, or maybe you pulled the dark up too high, you can always add that red back into the middle of the bird and feather it in. Next, I'm going to do the blue bird, and I've decided to make this guy a bit bigger because now I can see how much canvas I want to fill up. And we're going to do it in the same technique. We're just going to swirl the color in there because, as you'll see in just a minute, it adds a lot of texture. And adding the shadows and the highlights just like before. What I'm doing at the top here is I'm trying not to put just complete black pigment into the bird, so I've blended it with a bit of blue on the newspaper so that it's not so harsh. And a bit of water dropped onto my bird, so I had to remove the water, and I'm just filling that color back in. So here we are now with the highlight of the blue. Again, just those really small swirly circles to blend and feather that together. So now that I had that big blue bird on my canvas, I decided the red one needed to be bigger too. So That's the best part about working with acrylic paint. There's never a mistake. You can always go back over it and change it, fix it, manipulate it. It's just a happy little accident. Except this time we're not turning them into trees like Bob Ross would. We're making them into birds. So you can see that technique. I'm just going to continue that. Those tight circles, blending the highlights and shadows together. And as you can see the texture within the bird. And I've done that with all 5 of my colors. And I've made the purple and the green birds at the end by using just the 3 primary colors. I mixed yellow and blue together to make green, and I mixed red and blue together to make purple. So now that I have all 5 birds done and they're all nice and dry, we're going to start mixing the beak color. And I do this by taking yellow and red, and start with more yellow than red. Slowly add the red into it until you get it the color that you want. And you want to add the red in slowly because you can't take the red back out. So add it in slowly and keep swirling and mixing until it's the exact color that you like. And then paint their cute little beaks on. And once you have all of your beaks in place, we can start by drawing the extra long legs. And I'm doing the legs in just plain black with the very, very tip of my fine, small, round brush. And I'm pulling it just straight down and as straight as possible. Once you get all the legs on there and you're happy with them, add in the knobby little knees. I think the knees add a sort of whimsical look to the painting. Now that I have everybody on my canvas just the way I wanted to add more depth into the grass and kind of pull that darkness into the foreground. So I'm putting just straight black right onto the front of that gray grass, and it adds some dimension to it. And don't forget about their cute little peepers. We're almost done. Look at how cute they are. Alright, last step. So we're going to wash our brush. We're going to take that fine, small, round brush that we've been using, and we're going to just dot a couple places of white at the very tip top of their beak and pull down slightly on the right side. Ta-da! All done! Yay! Wasn't that so much fun? I hope that you enjoyed coming to paint with me today, and I hope that you liked making the birds as much as I did. And I would love to see your pictures if you could post them below so I could love on them too. And please check out our Facebook page for other awesome videos, and check out our website at arvrls.com, and stay tuned for more paint parties in the future.